good morning, everybody. Today is on the 17th of August, and welcome to the Market Brief. My name is Nick. I'm gonna be taking you through it. Right. So now, what's happening over here is we're gonna check on what happened last week. Yeah, what happened last week over here? You can see a very nice setup over here last week on Friday. We're looking for buys above this point, sells below this point. And we can see over here that the sales did get the best of it after this candle closed below over here. And we executed sales from this point. It did come back almost to stop loss, but didn't really tap the stop loss. And then gave us two candle run. Very nice candle. Take profit one, the next candle went to take profit two and close the chapter. The market started coming back up. And you can see the way it started today, opened today, and it's pushing up and up and up and up already. All right. So let's check on what about Eurusd. What happened on Eurusd yesterday, on Friday? Ooh, Eurusd is pushing up. All right, so EURUSD, we're looking for potential sales below this point. We actually didn't have the sales because we had this candle that went all the way down and came back. So we didn't really remember, we were waiting for closes, candle closing. Yeah? So when we had this candle closing over here, the push down over here, entered the buys and pushed all the way up to this point, then continued pushing the market all the way to this point. Surpassed a bit, but then again was trailing stopping the market. Even if I left it, actually could have gone to profit eventually, but I was not there to check. That was on Friday. So the market closed over here, opened over here, filled in the gap, and continued to push up. And you can see even now it's pushing up and up and up and up and up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove all the drawings right now and look at doing the fresh new analysis for the week. All right, so I'm gonna jump over here first of all to the Forex Factory and see what we expect to this week, basically in terms of fundamental. The 3:30 today we have the CPI on the Canadian dollar. That's gonna be the Canadian dollar, definitely. All right. Nothing much on the USD today. High impact. Tuesday we have GBP claimant, the claimant count, count change, claimant count change on the GDP. So those are the number of people that are claiming unemployment. All right, so that's gonna make a big effect on the dollar, on the pound over there. All right, nothing much high impact over here. Just the house stats over here coming out, and the pending home sales definitely. Wednesday CPI on the GBP, and then we have the FOMC meeting statement on the dollar. That's gonna be happening at 9 p.m. That's gonna move the dollar most definitely. All right. Christine Lagarde is also going to be speaking. ECB president is going to be speaking at 10 a.m. On the Euro on Wednesday. Thursday, unemployment change on the AUD. It's going to be happening, and then we have the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. That's going to affect the dollar in a bit, and unemployment claims as well on Thursday. Then Friday, we're going to top it up with the PMIs on the Euro, the GBP happening. We have all the PMIs coming out. Euro, GBP, the JPY's PMIs are going to be coming out, and then we're going to be closing in with the flash manufacturing PMI and flash manufacturing service PMIs of the dollar, consumer confidence closing up on the Euro. That's on Friday. All right. Having a look at that today, we don't expect anything moving the dollar as much, but as you know, we have Trump and the market himself. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump onto the technical bit of it, do a whole analysis, price action based on market structure, and see how the market's gonna be riding. All right, there we go. There we are, my monthly high, monthly low over here. Okay, right. So this is not really the monthly that we're working with is over here, and I'm still yet to find a candle that closes above. Now this one has started. I wanted to close at least above. This is a weekly candle. Last week's candle didn't do much. Previous week did a lot. This week, hoping to see it close above this point at least to continue on the upside. Let's go down to daily and see. Now we're gonna move this one, of course, and take care of this as the area that's more interest over here. The daily highs, daily lows over here. We're gonna take care of that like this. Of course, put in not that point and that point, of course, as we move up, just because those are points of interest that we're gonna be looking at as we go up. All right. So there we go. This one, readjust it a bit, play with it a bit to readjust over here. So that's those time frames, and then here we have the 4 hours or 1 hour low over here. It's probably the 1 hour. Yes, 1 hour low over here. We have a 1 hour high appearing somewhere over here. That's where the current candle is also tapping on. Doing analysis is quite fun actually, because again it opens you up to see multi opportunities that are there in the market for the day. At least anywhere I go, after I do this analysis, anywhere I go, I see potential moves and I see what I need to be getting from this market and what's basically happening. All right, so I'm gonna do it like that and say that if you're gonna take a buy, that's gonna be about that point. Will it? No. And I've actually moved this one. Now this one is looks like a support, but then again, it hasn't really closed. We need that candle to close over there so that you can grab in a buy from that point to push and go all the way up to this point. In terms of sales, below this point would make total sense over here. So let me write it. This is on gold, yeah. Potential sales below here. Oops. Okay. Give me 1 minute. Potential sales below here. That's going to be happening below that point over there. That's potential sales. And we're going to need also some potential buys above this point. There we go. Pull it down to this point. All right. Yeah, it is like that. Doing very well. In terms of the buys, long position, we're going to put it over here and push it all the way to this point over here. It's always a good in everybody. There we go. Yeah, most probably could push it. You could see if we can get a candle pushing all the way up to this point. All right, so this is what we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be for buys. We need a candle to close above this point for me to execute a buy and see if I can push it to top this week and then close all the way up to this point. That's going to be a very nice buy setup. Should we close below this point, we could push down the sales. We have clean candles on the left, clean candles on the left, clean candles on the left over here. So we could hit also as well a very good sell over there, right, on gold. Now, Euro USD, break it down, and the way it looks like it's really moving very well. So let's break Euro USD down over here. Euro versus the USD over there. All right, monthly high, monthly low, weekly. We go down to weekly over here. All right, there we go. Ooh, this is nice. It's actually really breaking above and moving up. I know. Looks like we should have been in, but the good thing is there was this consolidating zone over here that just got broken very well and kind of broke above, and the next one is going. So this is already a gone deal. This is already a done deal, my friend. My friends, that's already a done deal, to be honest. I'm not even gonna look at it no more. what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to focus on what's happening right now, and that's basically where the next area of rejection that we expect, which is above this line over here. That's gonna be the highs, the next high for the that we expect the candle to go. At least we have a low over here. This is on 1 hour. Go down to 30 minutes. Can we form something else? Yes, it is good. Forming here over here. 15 minutes to forming something else. Still the same point over there. Eurusd, so it's really pushing up, yeah. Really pushing up, and it's not forming. It's not leaving a very good structure down here. But if you look at it from a buyer's perspective, of course, it's a good structure because it's the money structure over here. But is what it is. I want to see this point. I'm trying to zoom out, zoom in. You want to see this is where the market is right now over here. And what we expect is it to push. Yeah, we're gonna need the candle at least to close above this week over here where the market is right now. We need that current candle to close at least to push so that we can push on up a bit up. Yeah, to be honest, yeah, I'm gonna need to see that candle close. And this is the new low. So the market is now is forming. This market is going as it forms high highs. Another candle is really poof. It's a really out big candle, you know. Man, there's no good entries right now, to be honest. I don't like the entries. I don't like the entries right now. I don't like the entries because if I'm to take in a buy from this point, then where do I put my stop loss down over here? That's way too far. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait to see how this closes. Probably it's closing in the next 1 minute. We can even wait and see how it closes. Actually, just closed. All right, so that's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's gonna say do an impulse entry from this point. Just put in your stop loss way below, probably something like that. Honestly, maybe something like that. Maybe you get something like that. Just maybe you could get something like that over here. Probably something like that. Yeah, very tight, a very nice manageable stop loss over here, and a risk reward, a big one, just to cover this gap over here. But then again, ideally I would like to see stuff like this now, a break above this point for me to say I'm gonna take in maybe something like that. So I would like to see first of all how this candle closes, the current one that it just started. I would like to see how it closes or how it moves. Should it move down or move up so that we can make another structure, so that you can even know if you're looking for sales as well, to potential sales to go down over here. But at the moment, this is an active candle, it just started, so there's nothing much to do about it. You see, it's already, we can't really peg on it the way I'm saying, because again, it's still an active candle. Already it has moved from this point that we had said. So it's yeah, it's either you're in on an impulse or you're not. Honestly, on this one, it's either you jump in, manage your losses, you stop your account as you go, your trade as you go, or just don't get into it. So I'm gonna render Eurusd not fit for execution at the moment. I don't find any entry. I don't see any entry. I don't see any entry. Yeah, honestly, that would have worked well with an impulse entry. The moment this just close over here, just execute buy and put your finger on the trigger in terms of stop loss and probably push up. It's already going as we hear. So what I can do, instead of just calling it that like a candle that's something that won't move, I could look to probably this area maybe. Should we have a good now run? It's still too far. The safest buys would be above this area, to be honest. Just be in between here and here. That would be the safest buys for me. But right now it's still a bit far, so Eurusd, I'm gonna leave it like that, to be honest. There's no entry for me right now, so I'm not gonna force it. And remember what I will tell you: trade what you see, not what you think. I don't want to think that it will come over here and then I execute. So let's Eurusd, I'm gonna stay on it just to see how it behaves. Honestly, for today, I'm done with it. I'm not into Eurusd. It's not giving me, okay, it's working well for someone who already entered the sell, the buys. Kitambo. For now, let me see it form some kind of structure. I want it to form some kind of structure, something like this. If it forms something like these ones over here, like there's a rejection candle, yeah, those are areas for entry. Yeah, but without that, just one single candle pushing up. Yeah, no, no, I'm not gonna get into that. All right, so that's what basically we're going to be looking at. So let's say the trade of the day that we're going to be looking at is the gold trades that we've just done analysis on. That's what we're going to be looking at, the gold trade. Where are you? Yes, and we're having the buys actually happen over here. This kind of closed above. Ooh, nice. This kind of closed above, so our entry was over here, and we're anticipating to see pass through all this noise and go all the way to fill this one over here. So yes, yes, yes. Okay, something like that. Yeah. So this candle already closed above this one. Entries on this candle that is working. Probably stop loss would need you to move it a bit under this wick over here, and then keep on managing it so that you can see at least how the market moves. All right. Very good. So everybody, that's all for today. That's the market brief for today. My name is Nick, like I said, and we're gonna be doing this. We always do this every 10 a.m. every day, 10 a.m. See you over there. We have a webinar coming on, of course, this week. We're gonna be talking about why most traders break the rules, and how you're gonna be needing to control your rules so that at least you can get some good returns in the market. Yeah, potential good returns in the market. All right. So why traders break rules while trading? That's the webinar that we're going to be doing this Wednesday on the 19th. It's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Going to be a double host over there, and let's see you there. All right. Click on the link on the chats and see you over there. Bye bye, guys, and take good care.